question that we get when people come in the first time is, do we have enough money? That's really what they're trying to figure out. So the way that we try to answer that is to ask a whole bunch of invasive questions. We want to know what you're spending today, what you want to spend in the future, what your dreams, goals are, how you want to help the kids, all those sorts of things. Then we assign numbers to those things, and then we assign some assumptions. And the assumptions are around inflation, around growth rates. We have to assume things like longevity. These are all hard things to nail down, and if we change the assumptions, of course, we change the answers. That's why it's really important that we work closely with clients over the years, monitor their situation, monitor the investments, and make sure that we're still on track. Yeah, people often ask what the withdrawal rate that they can expect to take from their savings, retirement, pension, that sort of thing. The industry standard is 4%. That's the accepted sustainable withdrawal rate for savings. I'm not sure that it's exactly a hard and fast rule. I think that it's sequencing is what matters. If you get really good returns the first few years of retirement, you can probably increase that number. If you've got really poor returns the first few years, 4% may be unsustainable. So it really depends on the sequencing, and it requires clients, I think, to have some flexibility, especially early in the years of retirement, so that they don't draw down too much. I would say that a 4% sustainable withdrawal rate would be a good starting point for most people in doing their calculations. So if you think about that way, $1 million buys you $40,000 a year of pre-tax income. When we sit down with people for the first time, it's a two-part interview, a two-way interview. One, we want to make sure that we're offering the services that the client's looking for, and two, we're looking for clients that fit into the mold that we have. The first rule would be you have to spend less than you earn. If you don't get that part right, there's really not much we can do to help you. The second thing is you have to be able to accept and trust our advice over the years, because if we don't have a trusting relationship, then we really have no sense in going forward. We understand that we have to earn that trust over the years, and we work really hard to do that. The third, we need clients that are conservative in nature. That is, we're not looking for people that hope to hit a home run with a hot stock tip or an investment in precious metals or those sorts of things. Not the sorts of things that we do, mostly because we don't believe that they work. We believe in a long-term, predictable returns using investments in businesses that are profitable, that pay regular dividends, and are difficult to compete with. I think you're more likely to achieve all your goals by hitting a series of singles rather than swinging for the fences in a home run. The mathematics of loss are such that if you lose 20% on your investments, you need to get 25% just to get even the next year. If you do down 21 year, up 25 the next year, your result for those 2 years is zero. You're better off to have foregone the home run, swinging for the fences, and just had steady returns over the years. Consistently, that will give you the returns that will achieve your objectives. Furthermore, if we can work with a family in developing a plan and we know what the rate of return is to achieve all their goals and objectives, it makes absolutely no sense to try and take on a whole bunch of risk that potentially could put those objectives and goals at risk. We want to make sure that we get where we want to go. The truth is, there's really only a couple of places that the average investor can go to find those returns. And the most accessible and predictable would be owning shares of great businesses. These are businesses that are consistently profitable, that pay out the profits to the shareholders on a regular basis and increase their profits year over year. It stands to reason if you own a business that makes more money and pays the shareholders more every year, that the value of that business will rise over time. The stock market's kind of funny. In the short term, it's a voting machine, but in the long term, it's a weighing machine. And if companies continue to make more money over the years, those businesses become more valuable, and that income stream increases for the owners.